This is part 2. So if you haven't seen part 1, go watch it because this will make a lot more sense. So fast forward to December 11th when I post that video about supporting an inmate and why you should support them about these horrific prison conditions and how the prison system isn't just and the criminal justice system isn't just. And in my brain, I think it's going to be the same as all the other videos I've been posting about prison and oppression, which is to say, not very interesting. I'm aware and have been aware that mainstream culture is largely unaware of the abhorrent reality of prison in the United States. So I wasn't expecting all of this amazing stuff that has happened in the past several weeks. And I really appreciate all of the feedback I've gotten from you. And this is one of the reasons I'm so in love with this community, is because that's just what it is community. And I've appreciated the praise and the compliments and the gratitude as well as the criticism, because all of it has helped me to figure out why it stopped being fun for me in the last week or so. And I realized it's because it's the same lesson that I've learned a few times in life before. Dang it, being human is so wonderful. And it's that I started reacting instead of responding. And the best example I have to think of, like, what reacting versus responding is when I had to buy a car. I had just moved to Connecticut. I had just barely gotten a driver's license after my previous one had been suspended, revoked, taken away, whatever, for a while. And I needed to buy a car because I lived in a place where now suddenly having a car is a necessity, not a choice. So I go to these dealerships and, oh yeah, no, my credit is crap. Yep, I am a felon. So, oh, I can't get any loans. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out how I can get a car. And suddenly I find myself at this dealership. And there's this one sales guy, and he's like, hey, I know you said you wanted to spend 5-6 grand. I know that's what you said, but if you buy a brand new Toyota Yaris for like 12 grand, then your credit won't be as much of an issue. And he explained why, and blah, 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 blah. So all these steps later, like a few steps down the line, I'm like pushed into this corner where I'm almost out the door with this ugly Yaris that I don't even want. And I've gotten my mom roped in because I had to borrow money because I didn't have enough money for this brand new Yaris that I didn't want. And so they were like, well, you need another $1,000. And so I'm like in this situation I don't even want to be in. And I feel like I'm cornered. And then finally I had this like, wait a second. I don't want to buy this Toyota Yaris. Give me my money back. I just gave you the deposit. I didn't agree or sign anything else. Give me my money back. I don't want this Yaris. And so it was a pain in the butt to unwind myself out of that deal that I was kind of starting to make myself into. But I got out of it because I realized what happened was the pressure of life made me stop reflecting and doing things intentionally and deliberately. The pressure of life and the force and the speed of life made me made me just react instead of respond. And that's what happened. When all of this beautiful community was created, the side effect was that like I was getting thousands and thousands of comments of people asking for questions about how to send a letter. And I was trying earnestly to answer each one of like, no, you cannot use perfume. Nope, that X-rated pic, nope. And so I'm trying to like help the community to understand the challenges of writing a letter to an inmate, because the rules of writing a letter to an inmate are very different than like sending something in the mail to your cousin. And so that's when I started making this mistake of reacting instead of responding. And don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed so much of this. I have found a lot of value in giving accurate information about how to send letters. And honestly, I have no idea who started it. I don't know if I was the first person to suggest the idea of writing a letter or if it was someone else. And if it was someone else, please let me give all the credit to them, because it's not about credit. I'd like to think that I played a small role in raising awareness on the prison system and how it is abhorrent and dehumanizing, to say the least. I'd like to think that I had a small role in some of the support that everyone has gathered around for Luigi Mangione, but I can't take all the credit. And here's what I've realized. There are so many other creators out there that are doing just as good of a job as I am, if not better, at disseminating information about how to send letters accurately so that they can get through. So I don't need to keep sharing that information. There's also creators on this platform and others that are way better at staying on top of like the media stuff and knowing what his birthday is. I don't even know what the dude's birthday is, you guys. Luigi is not like my boy. I started using Brother because the algorithm kept taking my videos down, and that was annoying, and I didn't want to invest my time into something that was just going to get destroyed. So all of a sudden I'm reacting, and then I find myself like in fights with other creators, and I'm wondering why, and like that's dumb, and that's not what I want to do. And I realized I'm giving it away. Whatever ownership or claim I had on it, like, y'all can have it. Because Lulu's not my boy. I am so happily married, and I have 2 children that I love so much. And the thing I am most grateful for is in the past several weeks, you all, my community, and even my critics, and the people who have given me constructive criticism, and the people who have given me not so constructive criticism, all of you who have participated in this beautiful thing with me have given me my voice back. Or at least, let me rephrase that. Y'all have created a space for me to take it the fuck back. And for that, I am so grateful. Because in the past couple of weeks, I realized I've been doing something that, how do I phrase it? I only realize it's a quality of life indicator for me when I'm doing it, and I forget it exists when I'm not doing it. And that is that I sing when I'm alone. And I know I'm happy and I'm feeling fulfilled and I am serving my life's purpose when I sing, like just when I'm walking over to the laundry, and you know, my little boy is like over playing with his toys, and my not so little girl is in school, and I'm just walking over to the washer, and I open it and I'm like da, 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 or I sing a song, and it's just subconscious that I do that. And it's when I'm doing that that I realize I'm on the path I need to be. So thank you, because you helped me find my voice, and you helped me heal more pieces and kind of keep working on the healing that I'm always going to be doing throughout my life. And so for that, thank you. So in coming weeks, I'm going to figure out what this looks like. And that's the cool thing, is I have the freedom to do that. I still will answer questions about Luigi Mangione. I still will give updates. But I don't need to be like a main person. Y'all got it covered. I still want to talk about the prison system. I still want to talk about oppression. I want to talk about finding your voice, about forgiving people who have hurt you, even when they've done horrific things that you don't think are forgivable. That's right, they don't have to be forgivable, but you can still forgive them internally for yourself, for sanity. I want to talk about healing. I want to talk about oligarchies and why these systems of oppression directly go against the worthiness of each of us. And I want to talk about inmates and how they deserve to have rehabilitation and support and love and a chance at building a life where they have pursuit of happiness and joy and purpose. So I'm going to work all that out. And I've still got my podcast in the works. I've still got my website in the works. I've still got YouTube up. I've still got all the other platforms. I'm still here. I'm still going to give Mangione updates. I'm just letting go of the need to respond or react to any of the Mangione stuff. So I hope that makes sense. And I'm inviting you to please join me for the next steps, because it's just going to get better from here.